What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes. Welcome to episode number 40 of my path to power. Before we get started though, if you are looking for some FIFA Ultimate Team coins, check out Coin Emporium. They're cheap, quick, and reliable. Their link is in the description down below. So this is the squad that I have, this 4-2-2 Brazilian side that I was feeling pretty confident with. And I came up against this guy and I think I played him before. The squad looked all too familiar and he was a pretty good player in the sense that I remember him doing this to me over and over again. Straight up the line, crossed it in, got a goal, 22nd minute, and I was like, oh man, this was when I started feeling weak with this side. And I guess it's just one goal, but this guy was the opponent that I came up against that essentially showcased to me the flaws that this Brazilian side had, and that was that I was so counter happy with this formation. If I came up against a pacey defense like he had Cáceres, and I can't remember who his other center back was, but if I come up against a pacey defense, I'm going to be in trouble. And I struggled mightily in this game. Managed to get one over-the-top ball to Pato, and that was essentially a Hail Mary. And for those of you guys that don't know what a Hail Mary is an expression in American football where at the very end of the game, if you're down, you throw the ball as far as you can down the field, and you hope that one of your receivers can jump up, make a catch, and score a touchdown, and that'll win the game for you or send it into overtime. But that's where that expression comes from. He managed to get yet another, well, I guess it was a rebound goal off of a cross, but we managed to drop that game bit bump. But Diamante and Kakov sold, which is good. We're up to about 30,000 coins again. And you know what? That loss is no big deal because we're still okay in the division. I decided, though, I wanted to go back to my Serie A side, and I'm going to switch to a 4-3-3 number 2. I mentioned it in yesterday's episode that I just felt like, you know, having teams that I could switch around and play loads of different formations with. The 4-3-3 number 2 is actually a really good formation. It's really fun. I was demolishing opponents yesterday on my live stream with my 4-3-3 Bundesliga side. Obviously, I've got the likes of Robin, Ribery, Lewandowski, Schweinsteiger, Götze. I think Diego rounds out my front 6 players. But all the same, this is where we are in the division. 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. Pretty good run of form up until that last match. We have 4 games left. We need 1 win to get to promotion, 2 wins to get to the title. So I thought, let's go ahead and do it. Maybe not the smartest managerial decision to switch formations at this point in time, but I wanted to play the 4-3-3. So heck, I'm gonna play the 4-3-3. It's that simple. Plus, I figured when we looked at, you know, how many goals El Shaarawy had scored for the club, probably getting him closer to goal was a pretty darn good idea. And Balotelli as a lone striker is pretty much what I'd be looking for in a lone striker. I saw this guy's team and I thought, uh-oh, because generally when they have budget 4-1, 2-1-2 teams with pace in the right places, the good strikers for their price, you know, the Daniel Sturridge, the Runa Kone, those are good strikers for their price. 1 Catalyst player, Sandy Cazorla. I thought I was in for a match, and you can see at a halftime there was really nothing in it, but managed to get a move going here in the 72nd minute. It's actually Daniela De Rossi running free, and I laid it off because if I tried to cut inside, he would have taken it away from me, and we ended up going for a cross because if you cross it enough times in FIFA, let's face it, it's going to go in, and since I was in a tight match, I thought, I'll take my chances on this one. Balotelli was in a bit of free space at the top of the box, and I thought if I could hit him, I'd manage to get a goal, and that is indeed what happened. That is how it would end. So we are going to be promoted to Division 4. Thank goodness. I feel like a new FIFA player, a fresh new start, moving on towards Division 1, and that was it's been a rough ride getting to this point. It's been a little bit more challenging than it's been in past FIFAs, but I like that. You know, if it's just a cakewalk, it's not always as rewarding and not always fun. I felt really accomplished when I managed to get out of Division, or what will be getting out of Division 5. We still have a chance at winning the title, though, and I wanted to go square away back into that. No chance I was switching to the Brazilian side. I'm going to switch with, or stay with this 4-3-3 side, but I'm going to bring on Pandev instead of Borja Valero, even though, as many of you guys know, I'm a massive fan of Borja, and this guy, 4-2-3-1, Liga Portuguesa side, he was a cocky player, and he was a good player, but he makes a huge mistake right here. You can see he kind of likes playing with it, thinking, my defense is too good, but the press from El Shaarawy Sharawi, Balotelli, little heel-to-heel chop by the guy, and a finesse is going to tuck it away brilliantly. And Balotelli says, no celebration needed. I'm just doing my job. But I was happy with that because, you know, every so often, and I can be a bit of a cocky player myself in terms of I want to pass it out of the back. I don't always want to just clear it. This year's FIFA has changed me though. Now I am far more inclined to clear it out, knowing that I could be in rough shape if I do not clear it out. So when I say a cocky player for me, I'm just talking about wanting to pass it out of the back with quick A passes. He gives El Shaarawy the end line, takes it all the way there, passes it back to Hernandez. Hernandez is going to finish it off 10 minutes after the first goal to give us a 2-0 lead, and at this point I was feeling pretty darn confident. I was able to keep his offense in wraps. He did a good bit of possession play in the midfield, but every time that he got a little, you know, overconfident with himself in that midfield and gave up possession, I was able to capitalize. Now he makes a bit of an error, and I'm going to go on a little bit of a skill run here with Hernandez. He fits in brilliantly to a 4-3-3 as one of the center mids. He's exactly what I'm looking for in one of my, I guess, 2 center mid options for the 4-3-3. So if I decide to switch over that Brazilian team to a 4-3-3, then I'll probably actually use Hernandez in that one as well. I probably should have let that one fly a touch earlier, but nonetheless, Balotelli going to recollect here, and it's another finesse shot from a similar spot. This one cranks the post, but the quadrominator there to knock it in off an easy little rebound, giving us a 3-0 lead, and that is pretty much going to wrap it up. On the topic of switching teams, now that we're going to be promoted and going to win the title in Division 5, I think it's about time to switch teams. Now, I want you guys to leave a comment and let me know which direction you want to see me go. Also, as soon as this video gets to about 2,500 likes, I've got another Path to Power for you guys today, so be sure to click that like button and we'll get that one out. This one is going to be an episode of In My Head, so it'll be a longer episode, but you guys have been asking for that, and I will gladly do that for you guys. So there we go. We've won the title. Let me know which team you guys think that I should maybe make the switch to. I will take it into consideration. We've got about at least 50,000 coins wrapped up in it. No, probably at least 70-ish, 75,000 coins wrapped up into the Serie A side right now. We've got about 30,000 coins outside of that, and then I, of course, could sell some of those Brazilians on as well to get us close to, gosh, we'll be up over 100,000 coins there. So we've got some options there. Let me know if you have a Catalyst player in mind that you'd like to see me pick up. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. My name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.